All right, so let's go ahead and get our bag somewhat in order. This is going to be a little bit crazy, but that's all right. We'll clean that one, I think. We're not going to clean the PM stuff. And I'm even debating on if it's worth cleaning this one. Let me see. Yeah, in total, that's 130, so that's not going to be worth it to clean. Okay. Let me actually stand over here. It'll be a little bit easier. And of course, this is the thing I was over there for, so of course. I'm going to keep ammo down in this corner. We sell that. Sell that. Sell that. Sell that. And that. I'm not selling that. Selling that. And I know I have one extra. So I don't know if it's that one or if I've got one at the bottom of my bag, but I'm going to hold off. That's the second one that we just got at Pervame Route. 9 by 18. 9 by 18. 9 by 18. And, okay, yeah, I do see the other Night Eye down there. So they both should be 100% full. So that's the backup. That's the other one that we found that we're selling. More Desert Eagle magazine for when I get my Desert Eagle. I think that's good there. $2,000 from all of that stuff, which is really nice. The highest being the Stellation is $750, and a lot of 200s, including the blank. Come on. Let's scroll this down. There we go. 2 Night Eyes, they're 300 each. So that all helps bat build up. So we're at 40,000. I do think I'm close to buying the Desert Eagle and everything that goes with it, just to have some fun. That's my favorite gun, even though it is loud and adds a lot of weight to the bag. It is just a lot of fun. I don't think I used these. Nope. Alrighty, that is gonna go in that stack there. These are gonna go in the room. I don't know if I used these. I did that one. I didn't this one. Leave that there. Okay. Let's go put the food away and then we'll go in the room and do ammo. Try to get some other things to move around. Is this one? Oh, this is one we found. I don't need another one, so I'm just going to put that over there. And then that's going to go in the bottom. Try to trick the backpack monster that moves it around a bit. How much food do I have in there? I'm going to go ahead and grab a pineapple because in the morning I'll need more than just what's left in those cans. Alrighty, so we ended up getting the rift that was in that building. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do any better than what I just did, but I'm going to try it a little bit more. Stop. All right, that's a little bit better. Okay, and then we got the heavy helix up there. All right, I'm just going with it. And I know I already got that riff there, but I'm going to know that I did that if I already got those. So I want to mark that I have that heavy helix done. There we go. Okay, so all I have left for the one that gives me $3,000 is the creepy building. I'm going to have to do that. So I really wanted to show before I end this game this creepy building, which I did, and this creepy building, which I'm about to do, and then the train. I don't know if I'll make that this tide, but that's another one I want to get a recording of in this gameplay. So, although I do still want to do this, and I know I haven't cleared the military people here yet, so I can go up there. So I have, let's see what the tide looks like. Oh, basically a full day. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go get this done. This is not gonna take all day. It's gonna feel like it. It is annoying, it is creepy, but it really doesn't take that long. It's so dark in there, especially in the basement area, and then there's a lot of the anomalies in the basement, so it's loud and it's hard to hear, and there's a lot of enemies that you hear through the walls, but it's not that bad. So whenever we do that and come back, I think we'll have a little bit of time, but I don't know how much time, because we're going to load up our bag and it's going to be a little slow going coming back. If we have time, we'll go clear them out and go up to the castle and get this one done. If not, then I'll just save that for the next tide. That mission isn't going, the only missions that go away with the tide is the one that we just turned in with the rifts and the ones with the heavy helixes. These other ones will stay there whether I complete them or not. So if I don't get to the castle until after the tide, that's totally fine. So I am going to go ahead and put the ammo on the shelf and then clean weapons. And then we'll load up our bag and prepare for the creepy building. And I know I was just saying I'm going to get my Desert Eagle, but I'm not going to bring that to this building. So I may actually hold off a little bit longer. And that's why I haven't gotten it yet, is because every time I'm like, oh, I'm going to get it, it's like, oh, wait a minute, I got to go here. I can't use that. So it definitely makes it harder. We really don't need that ammo, but we'll grab it. And I'm going to put this back there. And put these together. And I'm going to try to move things around so it doesn't move my ammo I just put in. That's Desert Eagle magazine, so at least we're pretty set. I don't know if I mean, we'll have one in the gun and 2 backup, so maybe we'll end up winning a couple more. This is for the AUG, which we're good on those. I've got them on the wall. Of course, they moved my ammo. Of course. All right. Let's go ahead and clean weapons. And you can see outside is still light. And that's 740 here. And my guess is that they do this to kind of go along with the, you know, you're within a certain radius outside of the zone, but you're not in the zone. And I think the reason they make it get dark really fast in the different maps is because I think they want to show that the radius has kind of messed with day-night cycles. Like it's not a typical, you know, 7 a.m. sun comes up or radius comes up and then like 6, 7 at night. You know, like it just kind of shows that it's kind of messing with it. At least that's my guess. It could also just be showing that you're really far away from them. But I can't imagine that because if you were really far away, you would be able to go other places than just here. It kind of gives you the idea that this location is the only thing that you can live in that's in the certain area you need to stay in. So that's why I think that it's kind of trying to show that the radius is messing with the normal night and day sunrises. And I guess these are all... Okay, this one I don't need to clean, but let me go ahead and refill. Oh, that's the one I need to put back. Okay, and then we're gonna grab this and go clean these. I like having those little spawns on the wall. Alright, so our bulletproof vest is down to 36. So we're gonna definitely put that in. I know we had our gas mask on. And did I use this one? No, I didn't. Oh. Go in there. Thank you. Back up. Oh, I need to put a magazine in this. Okay, and I've got 761. So this is the one that I'm gonna go put back in my room. This is for the AUG that I was using. Okay. Come on. Actually, I'm going to put that in the back if I can get my hand back here, because that's just kind of backup. And then that is, let me go ahead and move this into here. I'm probably going to end up buying a crate so I can have at least 200, but we'll see. For now, I'm at least merging that together. And I'm going to put this down here. All right. Clean weapons. I'm going to give it a save in case any of the guns glitch. do these. Okay. Let's go buy some more ammo. I'm gonna give it a save here. Seven, 6, 2, 5, 1. And we're just gonna swap those out and put this one back. And then I need to refill those boxes that we used of plus P ammo. And you know what? I think I'm gonna make this here. And then I can do this. Oh, and I forgot to sell that empty box. So we're gonna go sell this. And I'm debating on buying the Desert Eagle because even though I'm not going to use it in this building, if I do have time left and I go up here, it would be fun to use heading up to that mission. So like I would leave it here and swap it out if I remember. Or like even the train station if we go there. So that's kind of what I'm debating on. Let me see though. So we've already got data recovery in the creepy building with the heavy helix we need to get. We could add in an $1,800 mission where we go in to clear everyone to go up, but I'm going to wait to see how much time we have for that mission. And again, that might just be after the tide. I'm also debating on, is there a reason I don't use the Desert Eagle for this? Because honestly, I'm going to have my primary weapon and I'm going to change out to this gun if I want to hold, like if I'm using my detector and I want to have another gun. Honestly, I think I might just go ahead and change out Desert Eagle. Let me go ahead. I want to have a little bit of fun with it before I end this game, or like this whole entire gameplay. So let's go ahead and grab these. And let's go spend some of our money. It does add to the weight, but we're not crossing a huge map. It's really just Balaki Village map. And there's going to be a lot of seekers along our way, so I can have fun with it going there. So, Desert Eagle. I've got 3, but I might do one more. And we're gonna need a crate of ammo. And then this comes with rail S and rail B. So what I do, and you can't put a suppressor on it for obvious reasons. It is a Desert Eagle still. I'm trying to grab the red light, and it keeps the dot gets on the red light, and then by the time I grab it, it moves over somewhere else. So I'm trying to get the right angle. There we go. And then I could take the scope, but that is a pistol scope one. So instead, what I'm gonna do, and let me go ahead and take all the Beretta stuff out of my bag. So this has a rail B up top. So the normal iron sights aren't bad. Like, they're much better than the Glock. Like, they're more obvious to line up, easier to see. But the one that I love, but you can add a rail B on top. That's what this up here is, those little grooves. That's the rail B attachment. This is a rail S attachment down here. So if we go here, I get the same scope that I have currently on my FN17. I buy another one, and I put this on top here, and now it's much easier to see. So I love that. Let's go ahead, and this one is just like any other quote smaller gun, even though this one is huge. You can put it in here, and then we are going to fill this up. Now the downside is this only holds 9 as opposed to 15, but that's fine. You definitely don't, you usually can one-shot most things. I'm going to see if there's any upgrades for it, and then we're going to go repair these 3. I'll have 2 on here and then 1 in the bag. So let's repair these. Oh. Oh, and we can get rid of these boxes of ammo. And I don't know if I'm going to bring the whole crate along. I think we've got some boxes in our room. So I'm going to kind of see how that goes. And that one's going to go there. And we're going to go put those in our room. And I'm just going to leave that there for now, because a lot of times I'll change back and forth between them. If I want a lighter gun or more ammo, I'll have it right there to easily change. Obviously, if it's on my wall, it'll be easy to change too. Let's go ahead and put these up here. And then we will take 50 and 75. I think that'll be enough. Actually, I think I'll do that over here for now. So Desert Eagle, the AUG, and that M4 one. I forget the name of which one that was I had before. Then this is the Beretta and the Glock, and then that's the FN17. So we've got those. And you can see our bag is heavier. We used to have it around 23, 24. Now we're getting close to 30. And that's just because it's a heavier gun. Oh, I want to go see if there's any upgrades I can make to it. I think you can lessen the recoil a little bit. Obviously not much. This gun has heavy recoil. Yeah. And since we've got the money, I'm just going to do all upgrades on it. Reliability, recoil, and accuracy. All right. So, there you go. Obviously, the fire rate is one of the lowest. It just takes a bit to fire the next round. Packs a punch. Yeah. And you can see it's a pretty heavy gun. So yeah, we'll go give that a test run. We need 2 more to fill that bag. I think I have 1 left in the bag in the back. And then we'll just be 1 short. I'm not going to buy a whole new bag just for 1 or 2. Oh, cool. We got 3. Now we're down to 1 left. All right. Health injector pens. What do we look like? Because this building is insane. Oh, I really don't want to. Oh, so you see how it kind of paused really quickly and froze? That's because outside just turned dark. And I'm going to give it a save. You know what? Have I ever climbed up this ladder? I don't know if I ever have. Is there any benefit to it? I don't think so. That's interesting. Can you jump onto the shelves? Is this a second way to get to there for the thing? Okay, no, you can't reach that. Okay. That's interesting. I never, like, obviously I knew you could get up there, but I never knew you could get, like, up there and on the railing and over. I wonder why they would have you do that, unless it is to go on to there for some reason. You know what? Let me try. I'm like, you know what? Oh. I'm expecting this to not hold weight and to not be recognized as a surface and for me to just fall right down, but I'm curious. Okay, it is. That is weird. So is there any benefit to this at all? There's nothing here that you can jump onto, run to. Obviously, you can do a similar thing by going around there. I just don't see any benefit to that. But that is interesting because I always was kind of curious if you could get on top of that, and you can. All right, anyway, sorry. I was just like, oh, there's a ladder here that I've never really noticed or paid attention to. Okay, so our game plan is we're gonna go in creepy building and probably die a bunch of times. There's gonna be a rift there that we'll get to sell. We already turned in the rift mission. The main thing is in the basement is gonna be data recovery and a watch. Data recovery, they're gonna spawn in a whole bunch of people, so it's gonna probably be sliders, armored mimics, everyone. Now, the data recovery I know is in the basement because I've done this mission before, and I will say that there's been a couple times I've done it and looked at the whole entire basement, and I've never been able to find the watch. So this mission does have a history of glitching on me. So there's gonna be people spawned in for it. Well, actually, the time I did, I don't even know if there were extra people. Regardless, there's people that spawn in for it. And so the first thing is there's the mimic on the roof. You take him out. And then when you get inside the building, the first thing you want to do is kill the rift so it doesn't regenerate any of the people you kill. Your detector is going off the whole time because of all the stuff in the basement that it's picking up. And then you're going through this maze just trying to find all the enemies and take them out before you go to the basement so they don't all like keep making noise while you're in the basement. Additionally, before you get to the basement, you're in this open area that you can jump down into. I will sit there and try to kill as many people that come to me from the basement as possible, from the safety of being up above, shooting down on them. But there's just some people that you just don't get until you're down there. And then it's navigating a bunch of anomalies to try to find the heavy helix, and the watch isn't buried, so you're kind of finding it in that little crate that they always have the watch. So that's essentially the mission. It's just going to be a big, hectic nightmare. Since we really haven't cleared our way from here inwards, I'm going to do 7 instead of 6. And I think I'm good on ammo because I just bought a new crate of that. We've got this box here. We're good on all that. So we're going to go eat food and get ready to go head out. Okay. Alrighty. So, headlamp on. Save game. Save spot 1.